Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to this podcast. I am Lisa Falconer, a somatic and energetic healer for women in committed relationships. And I basically help powerful women reconnect to their body, shift their energy, and rebuild intimacy, and without trying harder or even getting their partners involved, because I believe this is women's work. And today's episode is massive. It's a big topic. It might hit deep. It might trigger you. Okay, we're talking about something so many of us feel, whether we're aware of it or not. Okay, rage towards men, towards the masculine. And I don't think you realize this. A lot of this rage we are holding in our bodies, but then we're in relationships with men. We're married to men. We're living with men. We might be raising men, but yet in our bodies, we're holding all of this rage. Okay, so this is the kind of rage we don't speak about. You don't learn in school. Your parents aren't teaching about it. You don't see it on the TV. Okay, it just simmers. Okay, and what I see happens time and time again, whether it's with my client, in my relationship, it shows up as frustration, resentment, microaggression, shut down. It impacts the way we love, the way we connect, the way we open. Okay, how many times do you just find yourself frustrated no matter what your partner does? They just can't do anything right. Sometimes, like I used to even believe that my partner didn't even have to do anything wrong in order for me to just get so frustrated or get cranky and angry. And I was kind of like this nagging person. This is why. And as we know, if you dive deep into the manifestation world, is everything that you avoid, everything that you just shove down. So all these things that are just simmering under the surface has to keep showing up in your life. You have to keep manifesting things to allow this anger out. And by doing that is perceiving your partner doing things wrong, creating little things that your partner does that will make you angry because you're manifesting it because you've got it in your body. And just as a side note, before we, dive into this topic, is something that I've been really working towards and healing is sacred anger, sacred rage. So often we perceive that there's something wrong about rage and anger. So we, shove it down. We might, lash out at our partners all the time, nag, criticize, complain, because we're avoiding. And when I started my own practice of allowing myself to feel the anger, allowing myself to feel the rage that I've held in so many years. And I think a lot of these times, I'm going into it a bit in this episode, but a lot of the times these rages come from the mistreatment that I have had to put up with from men. All those times when they've used me, I felt abused, taken advantage of. All those times I haven't felt safe. And over time, not healing that, it turns into resentment. And then I leave it in my body because I think, well, that's no longer happening, so I can forget about it. Or all the times that I've been judged by family members, by boyfriends, when I did express my anger. And I was told something negative about this rage. Okay, so I truly believe, and I haven't put this into my notes and I should have, that rage can be sacred, and allowing yourself to express that, allowing yourself to feel it, allows you to clear it from your body. It allows you to create more space in your body for love, for peace. Because from that place, you get to connect with your partner. Your partner can feel you if you've got rage or anger or resentment building in you. Okay. So, anyways, let's moving on. That was just a side note. As women, we carry generations of pain. Rage is passed down from our mothers, our grandmothers, women who weren't seen, weren't safe, didn't feel supported. Okay. Everything our mothers felt is passed down to us. Okay. And I've got my own experiences of all the times, all the resentment my mother felt towards my father. And that got passed down to me and how I interacted with the men in my life. We carry our own experiences, being dismissed, being talked over, being objectified, being let down, being used, being mistreated. And the truth is, and actually before I move on to this, okay, and there's other things, there's social media, the movies and the shows you watch all portray this image of men versus women. And we're always downloading all these stories and beliefs. And then when we're mistreated or dismissed, talked over, being objectified, then kind of supports what we've been unconsciously passed down from our mothers, our grandmothers, our generation. And it's been supported by what we're watching on TV. Of course, we're going to then start to go, this is just reality. We might not be conscious, and I truly believe that we're not conscious of this. We all want to feel love. We all want that love story. And we don't realize that the biggest thing stopping us from having this deep, lit as fuck relationship is this unconscious rage we are having and our unhealthy relationship to the masculine. Okay. And I truly believe our work for better relationships, our work to be teaching our children about healthy relationships starts with getting in the right relationship with the masculine. Okay. Anyways, let's go back to my notes. Okay. So the truth is, many of us have unprocessed rage towards men, and it's totally valid. It is valid. And this is on going back to the sacred rage. It is fucking valid. Okay. But if it's unhealed, if you just let it simmer, if you just let it stored in your body, because your body doesn't forget, your body remembers everything. This is why I work with the body. It's also in the way. It's in the way of intimacy. It's in the way of letting love flow through you. It's in the way from feeling seen and cherished and worshipped by your partner. It's in the way of us receiving love. Because a lot of the times we don't feel safe. If we've got all this rage, a lot of the times we're kind of disconnected from our body. We're not feeling safe. So therefore, we're not receiving love from our partner, even when they're trying to. And then we blame them. It's like this vicious cycle. Okay. It's in the way of us being vulnerable. It's in the way of us feeling safe in our softness. Because when your nervous system associates masculine with threat, failure, or oppression, you really can't truly surrender in intimacy. You can't really get out of your head and into your body to receive. You end up leading, you end up controlling, you end up pushing love away, which is a very repelling energy in relationships. Not because you don't want that connection, but just because you don't trust it. That's where the lack of trust comes in. And I'm saying this in every episode. That is felt. Okay. And like, hands up, like, do you resonate with that? Do you find yourself, you're the one leading, you're controlling, you're energetically pushing him away, micromanaging, criticizing, complaining? Yeah. All comes back to that need to be in control. So why we need to heal our relationship to the masculine. I'm going to keep going back to, we need to be in right relationship with the masculine. Healing our relationship with men isn't about bypassing the pain or what's happening or what happened to our parents and grandparents. It's not about ignoring all those times that you've been hurt by men in your life. But it's about honoring it, holding it, and moving it. Because then you get to release it. It's not serving you from being victim to it, by being a prisoner to it. I want to tell you a bit of a story, just briefly, to let you know, it's not really about healing my relationship with masculine, but I do remember when I first started diving into healing my relationship with my sexuality, when I started practicing being in my body, feeling and seeing myself, I had so much resistance come up, and I had to talk to my coach at the time very in-depthly, because I didn't feel safe to be seen by men for no reason. Like, other people had really, I guess, more trauma. Okay, my trauma was being cheated on by guys, or not having the confidence to say no to people. So, make up excuses, pretending to be sleeping, needing wine before intimacy, pretending I was bleeding. So my trauma wasn't that big, but for some reason, and I didn't know where it came from, I felt petrified to walk down the streets in my body because of this unsafe around men. And I didn't know why. I feared the worst. What if I'll be sexually assaulted? What if men do this? What if men do that? And there was no reason for it. And reflecting on that now, I can truly see that was all this rage, all this anger towards men coming, bubbling up and surfacing. I didn't trust them. I didn't feel safe around them. I never pinpointed where it came from because I don't need to. That could have been passed down to me. It could have been my programming by the TV, how my parents and grandparents felt, the generational stuff that I felt. But the point is that coming up for me to feel, for me to honor, for me to move through, cleared it for my body to allow me to feel safe. It was the starting point of me healing my relationship with the masculine, allowing myself to interact with men from a different place. Okay. So it's about learning to just to discern between my partner and my projections, between the man in front of me and the collective pain I've been holding on to. Because when we do that, we reclaim our power. We stop fighting. We stop blaming. We stop trying to protect ourselves from the very thing we deeply crave. We want that love. We want the commitment. We want to teach our kids healthy relationships. But we're holding on to all this crap that's actually preventing us from doing that. And when we do that, it's creating the space for deep intimacy. When your heart is no longer guided with rage, but softened with truth, everything changes. Your partner feels it. You feel it. The relationship starts breathing again. And I'll say it from time to time again. Your energy in your relationship is felt before any of your actions, behaviors, or words. Okay. Your partner's, how do I put this? Your partner's constantly responding to your energy, to how you are showing up in the relationship. You set the space, you set the tone for your relationship. So if you're going through your relationship with all this unhealed rage and anger, and you know that you've got this, by how quick to anger are you? Does your partner just have to look at you wrong and you're, going off the handle? Does the smallest thing make you criticize him and complain? These are big signs that you have unhealed rage or anger that you've been storing in your body. So how do we start healing this? Start by noticing, where do you feel that contraction when he speaks? Where do you feel that irritation whenever he does something wrong? For me, it was like irritation when he was cooking. He would use too many pots. I used to always get me in trouble for that. Or packing the dishwasher wrong. Or not parenting the way I would parent. Let me know if any of these ring true for you. So when you notice it, I always tell my clients, it always starts with your awareness. When you've got that awareness, drop into your body. Let that rage move. Let the tears come if they want to. Let the breath shake you. And a little practice that I do is rage dancing. You know, I'm all about move my body and dancing. Put on some music and just do a rage dance. Shake it out. I used to do a rage dance with my daughter quite often, and it was so fucking therapeutic. It was so good. Doesn't have to be rage dance. Another thing I do is put on a song and shake your body. Minimum 3 minutes. All you need is 3 minutes. We can all find 3 minutes. And shake it out. You're letting it move through. You're letting it out. Now, this is the work I do with women in my one-on-one healing sessions. We don't talk about it. We don't just talk. Sometimes we talk, but we move it. We hold it. We alchemize it. So you can feel safe with men again. So you can open. So you can trust them. So you can be seen more deeply. So you can be held more. Okay. So if this episode spoke to your soul, if you felt that fire in your chest, this resonated with you, I want you to know that you're not broken. You're holding a very real wound that most of the time women don't heal. That's why relationships suffer. That's why there's so many loveless marriages out there. Okay, I want to invite you to book a private one-on-one healing session. We work somatically, energetically, and intuitively to shift the patterns keeping you stuck in resentment, protection, or disconnect. Okay, so I'll put the link in the notes for you to book because you deserve to feel safe in love, safe with men, safe in your body. And it truly begins with healing what's inside of you. Okay, and until next time, I see you, Lisa. Bye.